Our next presenter is Hannah K Creations and Hannah Rasmussen. Please welcome her to the stage. Oh, that was sorry. Need that afternoon nap, right? Come to the stage, please. Present as Pocket Estates.
As much as I want to be Hannah, I've got some really cool things to offer. At Pop and Lock Escapes, we turn ordinary days into unforgettable adventures. My name is Cosette Brady. I got married in November. I'm 22 tomorrow, and I am a student at Guys too. I love all kinds of logic puzzles or jigsaw puzzles, which is why I also have a passion for escape rooms. But for those who are maybe less familiar with what they are, escape rooms facilitate an environment where groups or individuals solve a series of puzzles to achieve an end goal within a set time limit. But in this industry, it is not yet suitable for groups larger than about 4 or 5, easily. They're not mobile, they are games, so they can't travel from place to place. And it's really difficult for customers to come back and play them again and again and again, because they've already done it once. Additionally, I conducted a survey in the latter half of last year, asking the people of Pocatello and Chubbuck what their preferred method of entertainment was, as well as some other questions about escape rooms. And about 2/3 decided that they prefer in-person events of any kind. However, I also went through and listed the entertainment businesses available in Pocatello, and just under half of them are bars and clubs, which did surprise me. But that means that it's quite limited to who is able to come participate in that business. So, to combat these problems, I have come up with these puzzle stations. Stand about 3 feet tall. They're modular and very mobile. I can bring them to any event that you want me to be at. They are part of what I call the Great Puzzle Race. Takes up a good chunk of area, about the size of this front part of this stage. But teams start at one end of the stations and solve all 4 puzzles, and the first team to the finish line wins. The whole experience takes about 20 minutes, and reset time is maybe 5. I've had several people play them before, and they've highlighted the creativeness of the puzzles, as well as how wonderful it is for team collaboration and communication. I aim to make it available to all kinds of groups, like date night or birthday parties, or pretty much whatever group size is available. To let people know, I'll show up to community events, especially the ones in the summertime. Those happen every week, and I'll let people know through social media, as it is the cheapest option that offers the most reach. At these same public events that we make money, I also hope to get private bookings for, say, birthday parties separate from that event. And in the future, I hope maybe merchandise. That would be cool. But short term, most of my costs are for startup, initial costs. After that, every month, it's maybe gas and some savings to make sure that if something breaks, I can fix it again. But my next steps really are focused on rebuilding my stations. They are just prototypes right now, so they look a little bit scraggly. And then I'll get an LLC and advertise to let people know that I'm really cool. My team consists of me and my husband. He helps me build them and design some of the puzzles when I'm stuck. And my sister will run them for me when I can't show up to an event. So this, I hope, encourages you to look at us here in the next few months. Thank you.
What is the age range that could play that? Like, what's the youngest in a birthday party that could participate in something like that?
I'm gonna guess probably between 9 and 10, because those are the kids who are starting to understand what it means to put those kinds of puzzles together. After that, it's just, if you can stand at the table, then that's great. You can solve them. Anybody younger than 8 or 9 not only can't see the top of the table, but they need significant help from other people, which drags out the time of the race.
Are you interested in making this and my second question, do you travel up to private?
Yes, I would love to make stuff available for younger children. I have not yet had that opportunity, but when we start traveling, then I can travel all over southeastern Idaho. I'm not specifically contained because all I would need is a trailer. So, yeah.
Other questions?
How long does it take to complete one puzzle, and then do you charge per puzzle or per hour?
That's a great question. First, I charge by the hour. It's about $80 for the first hour and then $35 for every additional hour, which means my puzzles can take varying amounts of time within what you're allowed. And several groups can go through and complete them as they want to at your event. My goal for how long each puzzle lasts was about 5 minutes per station, but it also kind of depends on how quickly the person is able to grasp what I was trying to portray. So it does vary by person.
So have you done any events recently? Would you be available for something in June? 300 to 400 people during our little employee appreciation party, so.
First, yes, I will be available in June. I actually had these at my wedding in November, where there were probably about that same number of people. They were milling around, and they were able to come up and as they wanted to and play the stations. So they're pretty easy to set up, which makes it nice.
Okay, I'll give you a call.
Thanks.
One more question? Stu?
How robust are they? Do you have to worry about them getting broke?
They are wooden, so it's kind of difficult to break them unless I've got some child karate kicking the walls in, which means that they're pretty stable. And I personally would not have to worry about the breakage of them.
Last question.
Do you feel limited at all by your own imagination? Do you feel like you would need to ever in the future bring somebody on board to partner to help you extend ideas?
The only limits in my imagination is the fact that I can't actually portray all of the things that I want to. So it's definitely